Thank you, Madam Clerk. We're gonna go ahead and call this workshop to order for Monday, October 20th, 6 p.m. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Amazon,
Here.
Collins. Here. Reese.
Here.
Wilson.
Here. Can we get approval of the agenda for the workshop, please?
Motion approved.
Motion by Commissioner Collins, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Vice Mayor Amazon. All right, call the roll, please.
Amazon,
Aye.
Collins. Aye. Reese.
Aye.
Wilson.
Aye. All right, Madam Clerk, please take it away.
Thank you. This meeting, this workshop is to discuss our regular October 20th, 2025 city meeting. Under presentations, we have our Employee Safety Award recipient. We are going to be adding in 1A. It's a short video of the city, state of the city. Item 2, we have an update on city projects with Keith Schreiner. He is our engineer 2 with Miller Lake. I provided you all with the PowerPoint presentation. We'll also have it on our screens. Under consent agenda items, we have approval of city meeting minutes. Item 4, approval of retirement recognition gift award to Willie James Pittman for his 31 years of continuous employment with the city of Belle Glade in the amount of $11,491.93. Item 5, approval to piggyback Sourcewell contract number 011124-UFC, including the Sourcewell RFP number 011124, uniform with related product and services. Approval of City of Belle Glade addendum, city contract number 25-39 with Uniform Corporation, and approval of a mayor to execute the same. Item 6, we have under adoption of resolutions 2025-4039, approving the State of Florida Department of Transportation amendment for extension and public transportation grant agreement number G2F70 for the construction of the four airport maintenance facility at the Belle Glade State Municipal Airport. Item 7, 2025-4040, approving Kimley Horn and Associates, Inc.'s task order number 2025-02 for construction phase services for maintenance building project at the Belle Glade State Municipal Airport. Item 8, 2025-4041, appealing prior resolutions establishing and amending the Airport Advisory Committee, reestablishing the City of Belle Glade Airport Advisory Committee, and approving the appointment of members to the committee. Mayor and Commissioners, under other business, item number 9, we will be recommending replacing this item with the item you were provided with today on the dais. This item will be read in full during the regular meeting. This is a resolution relating to the award of invitation to bid, ITB number 07-2025, Airport Maintenance Building Construction. Item 10, approval to award ITB number 08-2025, resurfacing 7 City of Belle Glade roadways to M&M Asphalt Maintenance, Inc., all DBA All County Paving, Inc., in the amount not to exceed $261,491.10 for resurfacing 7 roadways and authorization for mayor to execute contract upon receipt of registered performance and payment bonds. Mayor and Commissioners, we are adding 10A, that is approval of termination of license agreement for use of county-owned property to facilitate transfer of 1601 West Canal Street North from county to the city. And item 10B, approval and acceptance of deed from Palm Beach County to transfer 1601 West Canal Street North from county to the city. We'll be reading adoption of resolutions, second and final reading during our regular meeting. It's 2025-15 relating to the MSTU services with the county. Item number 12 is also related to the fire rescue MSTU. It's 2025-16. Will also be read in full during the regular meeting. Are there any questions?
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Go ahead. Okay, Mr. Manager, anything for the good order?
No, sir.
Okay. Ms. Evans, Public Relations, anything for the good order? No. Okay. Council, anything for the good order?
No, sir.
All right. Captain, anything for the good order? Okay, do we have MS out there? Anything for the workshop? No, sir. Okay, all right. All right, do we have comments for the workshop from the audience?
No, sir.
Okay, and so we'll close out with commissioners' comment, if any. Commissioner Reese, you've been recognized for any comments for the workshop.
None, Mayor.
All right, Commissioner Collins,
None
likewise.
for the workshop.
Okay, Vice Mayor,
None, sir.
okay. I don't have any. I can utilize the time and recognize everybody, but thank you all for coming out to our workshop. Again, the purpose of the workshop is to go over some things that we're not comfortable with as a whole, because of the Sunshine Law. This is the way we could do it. So thank you so much, and we'll see you guys in about 15, 20 minutes. This workshop is adjourned. Thank you. All right, thank you. Mic check right quick, please. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and call this regular scheduled meeting to order for Monday, October 20th, 6:30 PM. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Almazan.
Here.
Collins.
Here.
Reese.
Here.
Wilson.
Here. We're always pleased to have our very own Commissioner, Dr. Reese, to open up with the invocation. If you don't mind, please stand for the invocation. And we'll have Commissioner Collins lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. If you're able and willing to, please stand for the invocation. Dr. Reese.
Father God, we are truly thankful to you, Lord, for this beautiful day that you created. And as the songwriter says, we have truly been rejoicing in it. Father, as we come this evening, we invoke your presence to be here among us, that you may guide our footsteps, our thoughts, and our minds in everything that we say and that we do. That whatever it is that we do this evening, that it brings glory and honor to you. We ask your continuous blessing upon this city and the workers that work so hard to keep us afoot. And we pray, God, for these commissioners. And Lord, as we come together, we understand, dear Lord, without you, we can do nothing. And with you, we can do all things. So bless this time we will spend together. We ask all in your precious name. And all those who love the Lord said, amen.
Would you please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated.
Thank you. Thank you, Commissioner Reese. Thank you, Commissioner Collins, and thank you to our audience. Madam Clerk.
Yes, sir. We do have a couple of add-ons and a change. We are recommending to add on item 1, State of the City, item 10A, which is approval of termination of license agreement for use of county-owned property to facilitate transfer of 1601 West Canal Street North from county to city. We have an add-on 10B. It is approval of acceptance of deed from Homage County to transfer 1601 West Canal Street North from county to city, which they're both a resolution, sir. We have also a replacement item for agenda number 9. It is a resolution of the City Commission of the City of Belle Glade, Florida, approving of award of construction contract for ITB number 707-2025 Airport Maintenance Building Construction Project, FDOT Public Transportation Program to Waypoint Contracting, Inc., and for other purposes, providing for conflicts, severability, and an effective date. And that is all my changes for this agenda, sir.
Okay, are there any questions or comments? If not, it's the approval for the amended agenda items.
So move.
Motion by Commissioner Reese, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Collins. All right, call the roll, please.
Almazan.
Aye.
Collins.
Aye.
Reese.
Aye.
Wilson.
Aye. Again, thank you all for taking time out of your busy schedule to be with us tonight as we discuss the issues of the city of Belle Glade in our business meeting. We won't belabor the time, just go ahead and get right into it. Any elected officials in the audience that I failed to recognize? If so, please stand. If not, you all VIP in your own respectable place, and we'd like to say thank you for coming tonight. Moving on, Madam Clerk.
Yes, sir. The first under the presentation is our 2025 September Employee Safety Award recipient, which is myself, Jessica Figueroa. If you may please step down for a photo op. I said it differently now that I said step down from the dais, and I was trying to say it so I can make it that way. Thank you, Mom.
Would you like to say anything? I do. Okay, great.
Thank you to the mayor and commissioners and staff and the city manager's office for recognizing safety within our city and our employees. So, thank you.
Thank you. Again, just a congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. All right, next on our list of presentations, we're going to show a video of the state of the city, and it'll be on our screens.
The city of Belle Glade, Florida has a history as rich as its soil. It was first incorporated as the town of Belle Glade in 1928, and later as the city of Belle Glade in 1945. This thriving agricultural community on the southern shores of Lake Okeechobee is unique, friendly, influential, proud, united, and is on the move. The earliest known inhabitants of Belle Glade were the Calusa Indians. Their prehistoric habitation and burial mounds are located just west of the city. It was the Seminole Indians, however, who gave the lake region the name Okeechobee Land, meaning land of big water. The communities around the lake today are commonly referred to as the Glades. In 1912, construction began in an effort to control Lake Okeechobee's floodwaters, and in 1913, 3 major canals were completed. The first real settlers began to arrive and establish communities. On September 16, 1928, a hurricane, more devastating than any storm before, came through and almost wiped Belle Glade off the map. It is estimated that 2,500 people died as a result of the hurricane. After the hurricane, the Hoover Dike was constructed to control Lake Okeechobee flooding. Today, a statue outside of Belle Glade City Hall commemorates those who perished. Belle Glade's soil has always been her fortune, and with flooding under control, farming lands were extended and roads paved. Celery and sweet corn were grown as well as substantial cattle activity. However, the gold standard of crop stability became sugarcane. With the perfect mix of rich soil, sun, and climate, Belle Glade has become a major player in the sugarcane industry, producing upwards of 50% of the U.S. sugarcane crop. A diverse workforce of farmers, cane workers, plant operators, and support staff all call Belle Glade their home. Today, Belle Glade and the Everglades agricultural area is the most productive farmland in America east of the Mississippi River, providing over 20,000 jobs and over $5 billion in economic activity, and most importantly, putting food on the table in households all over America. With a history as rich as its soil, Belle Glade, also affectionately referred to as Muck City, is home to the annual Muck Bowl, a high school football matchup between nationally ranked powerhouse teams of Belle Glade and Pahokee. The game brings the community together to celebrate its rich football tradition. It also brings college and NFL scouts to view the best of a region that has produced over 75 current and former NFL players. Suffice it to say, football is a way of life. Lake Okeechobee and its surrounding canals and waterways provide world-class fishing for bassmasters and recreational fishermen alike. Torrey Island Campground and Marina are the perfect access points to explore the natural wonders of the Big Lake. And just at the base of the bridge is a public golf course featuring the Drawbridge Restaurant, recently renovated to host locals and visitors with authentic Southern cooking at its finest. At City Hall, staff and elected officials are dedicated to moving the city forward through best management practices, high-quality water management, and providing world-class services to the growing and diverse population. A pro-business and forward-looking economic approach has resulted in new companies locating to Belle Glade, like Finfrock, a precast concrete structural solutions company that is family-owned and operated. Expansion is also underway at other businesses like Napa Auto Parts. The city of Belle Glade is currently experiencing a housing renaissance, adding diversified and quality new housing inventory. Various multiplexes, townhomes, apartments, and Habitat for Humanity homes have been constructed, with more being planned. New single-family homes have been built by Ryan Homes in Belle Glade's newest community, Hillsborough Estates. The work, live, play concept is in full effect in Belle Glade. Belle Glade now has the only dedicated rodeo venue in Palm Beach County. Las Palmas is host to numerous events and provides an exciting entertainment outlet for Belle Glade citizens and visitors. The city of Belle Glade loves to roll out its southern hospitality, offering activities, events, and programs for its community members and guests. Oktoberfest celebrates the harvest season and throws in some spooky Halloween fun. These lively gatherings are supported by Belle Glade's businesses and industry partners, whose employees and families join along in the festivities. Each year, the city of Belle Glade hosts its annual end-of-the-year harvest celebration called Black Gold Jubilee, named after Belle Glade's ultra-rich soil. The event brings a headliner musician along with all types of activities and festivities. Other annual events include the Afro Arts Festival, 4th of July extravaganza, Christmas toy giveaway, MLK and homecoming parades, and many more celebrations. Belle Glade, a city rooted in history, tradition, family, innovation, and a prosperous future. Now, when you hear about Belle Glade Pride, you know what it's all about. There's a lot more than meets the eye. These achievements and the bright future ahead would not be possible without the city of Belle Glade's strong leadership. The city's commission and the steadfast efforts and dedication of its elected officials have paved the way for success. Thanks to effective local governance, Belle Glade continues to reach new heights. With a population of 20,000 and steadily growing, Belle Glade takes care of each and every one of its citizens' unique needs, while planting seeds for generations to come.
All right, let's skip our staff and administrators. Thank you. Job well done, Mr. Manager. All right, Madam Clerk.
Yes, sir. Our next presentation is from Keith Skriner. He's with Miller Leg, and he's an engineer too. Update on city projects.
Welcome.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, Commission.
I'm gonna pull your, the project up.
For the record, my name is Keith Schreiner with Miller Leg and Associates, engineering consulting firm. I'm here to give a presentation on the project updates for the city.
Thanks, Keith. Yes. Everyone should have a copy of this presentation?
We do.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so, all right. The presentation is split into 8 sections. And I'll just go through those quickly, and if you have any questions, you can ask them as I go or wait till the end. It's up to you. So first, I'll talk about the road and bridge improvements. Each year, we go after state money, SCOP money, to do resurfacing. This past year, we had finished 11 streets, and we're waiting on an agreement with the state for the 7 streets. Well, that one's actually on the agenda tonight for approval. The agreement that we're waiting on is for the 8 streets that was submitted in March of last year. And our request that was submitted March of this year has been awarded. So they're working up the agreement for that one as well. In addition to the Scott projects, we also have reconstruction that's in design. We're doing Northeast First Street and Southwest CD Loop. These are all shown on the map. They're all color coordinated with the colors that you see there in the bullets. So the 11 streets is the light blue, the 7 streets dark blue, and so forth. We had also are preparing a legislative request for 8 streets. Again, those are shown in red. And in addition to the street projects, we also have Southeast Avenue G pedestrian bridge. That is also DOT funded, and the consultants under about 90% design. The DOT is reviewing those plans. Another project that I will mention is Northwest Fifth Street. We need to do some improvements with that bridge, and we've been looking for funding for that.
Do you have, can you name the 8th Street for the audience purpose? That,
For the legislative request,
yes,
it would be Northwest Second Street, and then there's 2 avenues off of that. I don't have the list in front of me, but Northwest Second Street, north and south of Canal Street are all on the list. Those are in pretty bad shape, and the county just finished an improvement project in that section of town. So that's what I've kind of been waiting for too. I wanted to get the county out of that area, and then we were coming back in to resurface those. And then we have I think it's Avenue A and B, Southwest Avenue, over there on the north side of MLK, where close to 715, and another street off of 715 as well. So I try to spread these out throughout the city, but I also keep in mind where the county's doing the water main improvements. This 7 streets is going to be the last one that I try to coordinate with the county, and it never worked out. So I've since changed the strategy to gear towards places that I know the county's done doing work in already. So that way we don't resurface the road and they come in afterwards. In the past, I tried to coordinate with them to get in and do what they needed to do. But, we're under the gun with the grant. And, sometimes we can only hold off so long. That's kind of why the 7 streets we've been putting off for so long, because they're working on those streets right now. As far as stormwater projects, right now the city has Basin D. It's in the northeast section of town. We are doing a design on that entire basin. The design is about 90% complete, and I had separated out a phase 1 to do some initial improvements within the Senate request. So phase 1, we're going to focus on the existing outfall for the entire neighborhood as it is now, and we'll go in and regrade the swale easements that are in between the properties. That way we'll improve the way the system was designed to function originally, while also setting ourselves up for the future expansion of the actual system that we're designing right now. The other project is Basin H1. We had gotten a grant last year for the design of that, and they are going to be finished at the end of next month. And again, I broke out a phase 1 so we can go after a grant request for phase 1, and that's basically putting in the backbone of that system, and then we can expand off of that. So that one we actually went in for a DOT funding request. The grantor told us to gear towards $1 million was kind of like the threshold they told us to really aim for. So that's what that request was set. And then we also put in another request with legislative to do the rest of the project. So we'll see what comes up on that. For 3rd Street, that's a design going from Canal to MLK. We had been doing different phases of that throughout the years. This phase 1 that I broke out, again, for a DEP request, is picking up where we left off and going to the outfall. And then we'll just keep on expanding all the way until we get down to MLK. And then we also have another small project off of Avenue D and 1st Street. The contractor had mobilized today, and he's waiting for the utility locates to clear, and then he'll start digging and putting in the stuff. It should only take about a week for him to get all the infrastructure in the ground for that one. For the demolition projects, we've been trying to clean up the city a little bit throughout the years. The map that you see in front of you, all those pins have been identified as structures that were unsafe at least at some point. Um, the items in purple have been repaired by the property owners. The ones in red have already been demolished. So I have the list here is basically the list from last fiscal year. So you see we've done quite a few that we've cleaned up. There's a few that are pending right now that we're working through with legal to get the proper procedures to moving forward. I will say each year we go after solid waste authority funds. Those funds can only be used towards city-owned properties. And after this year, I think we've taken care of all the properties that the city owns. So the next one that's up, it's the old, from what I understand, it's the old band room that's next to the weight room. There's a structure on that same property. So that one got approved on this year's request, so we're waiting on the grant agreement, and we'll move forward with that. As far as the facilities and maintenance, as you guys may have noticed, we went and painted all the buildings this year. So City Hall, Chambers Building, the golf course, the museum, all the public works, they all got a fresh coat of paint this year. Public Works had some exterior repairs done to the building as well. The drawbridge was painted. They're doing the renovations. I think is it open? So, you know, they got a new roof put on this year. The museum, we got the Football Hall of Fame is open. We're doing renovations on that wing as well to clean up that area. The golf course, we had a shelter put on the irrigation system on the front 9. The restrooms got new roofs and painted as well. We got the bag room should be done soon. And then the fitness center, we were waiting on the rainy season to clear, but the contractor's planning to mobilize in the next month or two to replace the roof on that structure as well. And for City Hall, we have the landscaping and the parking lot and drainage improvements. Those are all coming, they're in permitting right now for the parking lot and the drainage improvements. And then we have the renovations for the reception area and the cashier's area. Those will be starting at the beginning of the year. The contractor's been waiting on material. As far as parks and recs, we have 2 really nice new restroom buildings that have been completely designed, and those are going out to bid towards the end of this month and early next month. Really nice, brand-new buildings. We've been working with you guys over the last year to come up with all the fixtures and the look that you guys really want, and I think it's gonna be a really, really nice project. Purchasing is getting ready to advertise those here soon. We're gonna put them out as one bid in one advertisement, but 2 separate bids. So we'll see, and we got 2 different alternatives. So once the pricing comes in, we'll be able to see what we can do with the money we have. The Civic Center, the Phase 1 hardening of the Civic Center building, we did get a grant on the last legislative request, so we're waiting on the agreement for that one. And Phase 2 is, because we were only able to get part of that money from legislation, and so we're putting in a request again for the Phase 2. So once we get those 2 completed, we're gonna really go strong on the pool facility. That the pool out there has also been 100% design complete. We've been chasing money every year for that. The city put in about 150 for the design for that whole facility. It's 100% design. Now we're just chasing grant dollars. For Lions Park, we have some improvements over there to increase the walking path. We're putting in exercise stations, some shade structures, redoing the courts out there. So that's kind of the image you see. is the site plan improvements. We're redoing the parking lot out there as well, and creating a nice loop for the existing walking path out there. That is going to go out to bid once we get the restrooms for the 2 parks out. And then Airport Park, the football fields were regraded and sodded this year, so that came out really nice, and they did put in some irrigation out there as well. We have bleacher shade canopies that we got a grant for, so we're preparing a bid for that. That will be shade canopies over the 3 sets of bleachers. You got 1 set at the football field, and then 1 for each of the baseball fields. And then we also put in a grant request with T-Mobile to do a pavilion structure on the existing slabs that you have out there. For Torrey Island, the new bathhouse, they're at about 60% complete with that project. Once that project gets completed, we are going to take the existing bathhouse that's out there and repurpose that as a another multi-purpose building. So that's next in the queue for that area. We also have the campground expansion, which is going to come off of Slim's parking lot. There's an area over there that has room for us to put in more RV sites to get some additional income out there. So I'm working on a proposal to get that design going. The leasing office out there for the campground facility, we replaced that roof late last year. We also did the pickleball courts. We put in 2 really nice 2 pickleball courts and relocated the sand volleyball courts out into that field that's off that parking lot there. I think that project came out really nice. We also did some improvements in the parking lot for the Lomax Herald Pavilion to make it more friendly for the events that you guys like to have out there, like the barbecue event. We put some electrical connections and some water spigots so they have some more utilities out there in the parking lot. And then the docks, we just finished redecking the 3 floating docks for the pavilion. Those get used the most, so we targeted that first. We also replaced the sidewalk approach to those docks as well, and kind of the bridge, if you will, that takes you from the shore to the gangway to get to the dock. So they have the composite wood material that should last a lifetime. We also did some improvements at the airboat launch that's inside the campground. And then for the resurfacing, we went about 50% with this latest phase for resurfacing the campground, because we wanted to wait for the bathhouse to be complete. So once the bathhouse finishes up, we'll come back in and resurface the rest of the roads inside the campground. And then I want to mention some of the planning and the studies that have been going on. The CRA comprehensive plan got updated last year. So that's been adopted as well. We have the West Avenue A streetscape study that is from Main Street over to, I believe it's 4th Street. TPA came in maybe a month or 2 ago and gave you guys a wrap-up presentation with that. The next step for that is we need to set up a workshop with the community to go over the different options that the TPA came up with, as far as, are we going to do, on-street parking? Are we going to get rid of some of the parking and put in some trees? Are we going to create some outdoor dining along the street? So we need to get some community feedback there. And then the comprehensive plan, I know Kimley Horn is about at 90%. They're waiting to get, there's something with I think the Florida statute, or I'm not really privy to what the holdup is there, but I know they're moving along with the comprehensive plan update. We also had a grant from the county to do a study on 100 Northwest 5th Street. It used to be an old gas station property. So they're doing a study on there to find out what we can reuse that property for. And in addition to that study, they're doing a downtown area-wide study where they're looking at the market analysis in retail for the whole CRA downtown area. Once that is 100%, I will see if I can get them to come and give you guys an update and a report of a wrap-up report for that study as well. And then the vulnerability assessment, it's basically a stormwater analysis of the entire city. That is at about 50%. And going forward, DEP is going to require that vulnerability assessment to get other grants in the future. So we're city's getting set up to keep moving forward with that as well. And then we also put in for a recreation master plan this year for a grant. So we'll get a plan to look at all your parks and come up with site plans for all the parks. And again, that will set the city up for the future to go after more grants for those parks. Which brings me into the next slide of the grant and funding requests. So I have a list here of all the current and active grants. We have the deadlines. Some of these we're putting in extensions for. I won't necessarily go over all of these, but at least you have this in front of you. You see towards the bottom of the list is some of the grants that we've applied for this year or are getting ready to apply for. But, you know, there's some of these I've already discussed. You know, you got the Scott projects on here, the resurfacing projects. There's some airport projects on here, the drainage projects. You know, a lot of the stuff that I go after, whether it's design or construction, we try to get a grant for it. And that's all I have for you today. Take any kind of questions or...
But thank you, Keith, and I'm sure my colleagues may have a question or comment. Good job. Thank you for the presentation. A couple of quick things I'd like to bring to the audience attention. We get a lot of calls about why their street not resurfaced yet, and I think you brought it out. There's some still improvement by the county of doing the pipes and all, so I'm glad you brought that out. Do we have a display of the roads that we're gonna be doing in the lobby? If not, Mr. Manager, can we post that? If we don't have it in the lobby, it would be a good idea when folks come, they can look at it. Landscaping, I know your deputy manager, she's on top of that. That's gonna be important that we do get that landscaping in place. The pool, how much totally did the city, put into the design?
I have on here, it was 170 for the design of both, I believe, the pool and the renovations for the Civic Center. So the plan there was to really get a 100% design for that entire facility, so then we can, again, go after more grants. And we've been going after grants for probably 2 years now. I also met with a nonprofit organization last year to try to get some funding from them as well.
Call that. Yeah.
So I mean, we're really chasing money for these facilities. I mean, the Civic Center renovations alone were about $4 million.
Yes.
So that's why we ended up phasing that. You know, this phase one is taking care of the roof, the windows and doors, and then phase two is going to replace the AC and really do the interior renovations. And then, you know, because we have both these projects that we're going after funds for, they're kind of competing with each other. So we had to pick and choose what was the most important thing. And you have a facility right now that had a roof that, you know, wasn't holding up, and the facility wasn't being utilized as best as it could. So with these repairs, you'll get, or the renovations, you'll get a computer room. There will be a computer room that will be open to the public, so they can go in there. And we're going to redo the gymnasium to give it more of a use out of that as well. And then it also is adding offices for Parks and Rec. And then there's also an assembly room, so we can host, you know, different events, educational, you know, events for the public.
Yes. Well, thank you to my colleagues and city manager and his staff for taking the lead of going after this funding, and anything over $4 million acting from the state on a national level is almost impossible. So we're doing it in phases, like $2 million. That's the request. So I think it's going to happen. through the leadership team here. And the last thing is that TPA, which is Transportation Planning Agency, is gonna be going back to NPO. Really want to get the community feedback on that Avenue A corridor. That is important to have the community. So at some point in time, through the management team, let us know when we need to start letting the community know how would they like to see that Avenue A looking in the years to come. Okay, Commissioner Reese, you're being recognized for any comments.
Yeah, yes, I have two questions. One, the community garden, I didn't hear you mention that. I think we had a grand opening for it or something like ribbon cutting for the community garden. Where do we stand with that?
That one's, yeah, that's not on my radar.
Okay, that's not on your radar?
It,
In-house,
In-house?
yes, sir.
Okay. Then the other thing I have a question in reference to, a lot of people have asked me about the Lomax Harrell Pavilion. Are we looking at ways in which to provide some cooling air or something in that facility?
we had discussed bringing in kind of these big fans. The problem with that facility is, as you know, that has all the roll-up doors, which are not insulated. So to put an AC unit in that facility, you're not going to be, nothing's going to be efficient. You know,
What about the fans? Where do we stand with those?
we can look into that in more detail. Yeah, I mean, if we can get one or two fans that are mobile, so you can also bring them to other events if you need to, that's the best alternative.
Well, again, I'm trying to remember where I was, but I saw a facility that had those doors and they had multiple fans around to sort of move the air somehow or another. So I think we just need to look for ways in which to cooler air off that area. I think we'll get greater use of it if we can do that, because it can get very warm.
Yes, no, absolutely.
So, but that's it.
Okay.
Thank you. Commissioner Collins, you've been recognized.
I don't have any questions, but just comment. When we get ready to have the community meeting, I like the idea of the outside dining.
Okay.
Be very unique, very different to the area, really nice, really demure.
Vice Mayor, you've been recognized.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you for your presentation, for all the updates. I think my only concern, and I was speaking to you a little bit earlier, is, and I know it's not your preview, but I think we need to work on some more street lighting on 715. That's a big travel area, especially from 80 to MLK. There's a lot of traffic, so either we work through the county or the state. It is a state road, so I think that would be our best way to address that issue. But I've been going on that area a lot lately, and it's very dark in the mornings, and it's a lot of school children that travel that road, and it's actually a high volume road, to tell you the truth, 715. So I would like to see a little bit more street light there.
Good point, Don. And we've been really putting a lot of pressure on the manager and John and his staff. Vice, I'm glad you mentioned that. Maybe at some point we can find a grant where we can do a analysis through FPL throughout our entire city, because it is dark on a lot of streets and on the major highways. We really need to be on top of that, though.
Okay. Yeah, I know, because we just finished this last year with Gator Boulevard, as some of you know. FPL put those in, but that's also, you know, this is a state road, so there's some hoops you got to jump through for that. And the state did just finish doing sidewalk improvements and shoulder widening improvements and resurfacing State Road 17. They're also getting ready to start on Main Street and Canal Street, doing some improvements along there. They're in design right now for that. From, I think it's from Main Street from MLK to Canal, and then Canal South Canal Street East to MLK again, that triangle section. they're working on a design right now, I think, to do more bike lanes and just overall improvements of the corridor.
In regards to Commissioner Reed's point about the cooling system for the pavilion, your engineer, think outside the box. We want him to be able to walk in there and say, "Whoa, it's too cold in here" at some point in time.
Yep.
Okay? So we really, because they're taking advantage of that pavilion, but it does get hot at times. So let's think outside the box, okay? In regards to Commissioner Collins, you know, she's got that style, the eatery. We really see that in Delray, Borden. We want to bring that to the Glades as well.
Absolutely.
So we at the table. Let's make it happen.
Okay.
Okay? Thank you. Thank you. Let's give him a big hand. Oh. You have another question?
No, I just said thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Manager, did you have anything for his report? Okay, thank you. All right, Madam Clerk.
Thank you. Moving forward, may we have a motion to approve items 3 through 8?
Motion to
So move.
Motion by Commissioner Collins, there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Reese. All right, audience comment?
No, sir.
Commissioner comments. All right, call the roll.
Amazon?
Aye.
Collins?
Aye.
Reese?
Aye.
Wilson?
Aye.
Item 9, this is the replacement for agenda item number 9, a resolution of the City Commission of the City of Belle Glade, Florida. Approval of award of construction contract for ITB number 7-2025 Airport Maintenance Building Construction Project, FDOT Public Transportation Program to Waypoint Contracting, Inc., and for other purposes, providing for conflict, severability, and effective date.
What's your pleasure?
So move.
Motion by Vice Mayor Amazon, is there a second?
second.
Second by Commissioner Collins. Audience comment?
No, sir.
Commissioner comments? All right, call the roll.
Almazan?
Aye.
Collins?
Aye.
Reese?
Aye.
Wilson?
Aye.
Item 10, approval to award ITB number 08-2025, resurfacing 7 City of Belle Glade roadways, to M&M Asphalt Maintenance, Inc., DBA All County Paving, Inc., in an amount not to exceed $261,491.10 for resurfacing 7 roadways, and authorization for mayor to execute the contract upon receipt of registered performance and payment bonds.
What's your pleasure?
So move.
Motion by Vice Mayor Amazon, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Reese. Audience comment?
No, sir.
Commissioner comments? All right, call the roll.
Almazan?
Aye.
Collins?
Aye.
Reese?
Aye.
Wilson?
Aye.
All right, moving on to item 10A. This is a resolution of the City Commission of the City of Belle Glade, Florida, approving the termination of license agreement for use of county-owned property to facilitate the transfer of property located at 1601 West Canal Street North, Belle Glade to the city and for other purposes.
What's your pleasure?
Motion to move.
Motion by Commissioner Collins, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Vice Mayor Amazon. Audience comment?
No, sir.
Commissioner comments? All right, call the roll.
Almazan?
Aye.
Collins?
Aye.
Reese?
Aye.
Wilson?
Aye.
Now we're doing item 10B. This is a resolution of the City Commission of the City of Belle Glade, Florida, approving and accepting the transfer of property located at 1601 West Canal Street North, Belle Glade to the city and for other purposes.
What's your pleasure?
Move. So move.
Motion by Commissioner Collins, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Vice Mayor Amazon, is there audience comment?
No, sir.
Commissioner comments? All right, call the roll.
Amazon?
Aye.
Collins?
Aye.
Reese?
Aye.
Wilson?
Aye.
Item 11, this is the second and final reading of ordinances. 2025-15, an ordinance of the City Commission of the City of Belle Glade, Florida, approving the city's consent to the inclusion of the entire territory within the City of Belle Glade's municipal boundaries into Palm Beach County's Fire Rescue Municipal Service Taxing Unit for fire rescue, fire protection, advanced life support, or similar emergency services, fire code enforcement, and other necessary incidental services, for providing for intent, purpose, and consent, providing for effectiveness and duration of consent, providing for effectiveness and repeal, acknowledging ad valorem millage rate limitations, providing for repeal of conflicting ordinances, providing for severability, codification, captions, and providing an effective date.
What's your pleasure?
So move.
Motion by Vice Mayor Amazon, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Collins. Audience comments?
No, sir.
Commissioner comments? All right, call the roll.
Almazan?
Aye.
Collins?
Aye.
Reese?
Aye.
Wilson?
Aye.
Item 12 is ordinance 2025-16, an ordinance of the City Commission of the City of Belle Glade, Florida, amending Chapter 11, Fire Prevention Protection, Article 1 in general, Section 11-5, Fire Rescue MSTU, to ratify and extend the city's consent to the inclusion of the entire territory within the City of Belle Glade's municipal boundaries into Palm Beach County's Fire Rescue Municipal Service Taxing Unit for fire rescue, fire protection, advanced life support, or similar emergency services, fire code enforcement, and other necessary and incidental services, providing for intent, purpose, and consent, providing for effectiveness and duration of consent, providing for effectiveness of repeal, providing for the repeal of ordinances or resolutions in conflict, severability, codification, and an effective date.
What's your pleasure?
So move.
Motion by Vice Mayor Amazon, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Reese. Audience comment?
No, sir.
Commissioner comments?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you to Palm Beach County Fire Rescue. I know this is our agreement that we have, but just thank you for all the services, Chief Kennedy and your whole department. Y'all keep our city and our city citizens taken care of, so thank you. That's it, Mr. Mayor.
Likewise, thank you. I call the roll.
Yes, sir. Under announcements, our next city meeting.
Call the roll.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
No problem.
Almazan?
Aye.
Collins?
Aye.
Reese?
Aye.
Wilson?
Aye.
Under announcements, next city meeting is, we'll begin with our workshop meeting November 17th, 2025 at 6 p.m., followed by a regular meeting at 6:30 here at City Hall Commission Chambers. And that's all from,
Thank you, Madam Clerk.
thank you.
And Deputy Clerk, thank you. All right, Mr. Manager, anything for the good of the order?
No, sir, I just want to make a follow-up comment to what Keith presented. The taxpayers have no idea how many things we have going on in the city. We have a lot of projects going on, a lot of things that's still to come in the future. So through the direction of you and the commissioners, the city is definitely working and moving in the right direction.
Mr. Manager, we do have a couple housing projects coming up too, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We have 3 projects coming up. We have one that's coming up, another one that's coming up behind Winn-Dixie. We have 17 homes coming up over behind Walgreens, and we have the ones that's coming up behind the bowling alley. So we have 3, and those are all 3 are definite.
Okay. Okay, all right. All right, we'll move on. Ms. Evans, is she here? Okay, public relations. Council, anything for the good order?
I will just echo what the manager just said. You have been very busy, got a lot of projects going on, a lot of good things happening for the community. That's it.
Thank you, sir. Okay, PBSO Captain, you've been recognized.
Thank you. I know it's been a priority for the commission, the mayor and Ms. Marin to try to get some positive going with the noise complaints.
Yes.
And I'm proud to say that over the last 30 days, we only had 6 calls come in as far as noise complaints. When we first looked at this, we were averaging about 40 to 50 a month. I'd like to say that 3 of those complaints were at the loading ramp, late at night, loud music, which is going to be an ongoing problem, but we are addressing that as best we can. A 4th one was a large party at Palm Glade Apartments that we were able to handle, and 2 anonymous. So we are definitely taking it serious. Our action plan has worked, and I think we're successful at 6. Obviously, we'd like to have it at 0, but we understand that loud music on the weekends is going to happen, and we're going to address. So that's without doing the enforcement through the city ordinance. That still has to be completed and approved. So just with education, warning, and just going out and explaining to the folks exactly where the sheriff's office stands, where the city of Belle Glade stands, we have really put an impact on this in a positive way. So I'd just like to thank everybody for their help on this. It's a partnership, and it's going in the right direction.
Thank you for those comments, but I think you guys, Mr. Manager, Deputy Manager, you guys provided us a copy of a proposal to each commissioners. And I don't know if Commissioner, if at some point in time, maybe if you have any additional comments or you want to add some things to it, take away some things, let's go ahead and if y'all don't mind, get it back to staff. If you need another copy, get it so we can go ahead and take action on it at perhaps the next meeting. As the captain is saying that they're doing their part now. As policymaker, we have to do ours and go ahead and put a stamp on this. There are still some calls coming through, but I think if we solidify it with a formula, we can really take more action. So do y'all have a copy? Did you get the copies? Okay. So if you don't have it, just please see the city clerk tomorrow and go ahead and look at it and make your recommendations. So at the next meeting, Mr. Manager, we can go ahead, do a workshop and go ahead and talk about it. So if you don't mind, let's have that on the next workshop, the noise ordinance, okay? Thank you, Captain, again. Thank you, sir. How burglaries and all that's going, how we looking at that?
Yes, I didn't bring the stats. I had them at the last meeting, and our stats, crime stats are all in the positive. Very proud to say crime is down countywide, but specifically in the Glades region, they're considerably down, so we're proud to say the job is to keep it that way. So,
We know you guys gonna be busy Muckbo weekend, you stretch
Yes,
so thin, but y'all can do it though.
yeah, we tripled our staffing for that weekend, so we're in good shape.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right, Chief Kennedy. Yeah, thank you.
Well, good evening. Thank you again for having me. Well, I will still come, but thank you. First of all, I want to say thank you so much since 2006, October 1st, 2006, when Glade and Palm Beach County first merged. I was actually here the first day too when that happened. So I'm very proud to say that it was my first day with Glade City and as a firefighter out here as an officer. So I'll never forget that day. It was definitely different. But since that day, I can definitely say thank you so much for continuing trusting us on providing your fire and medical protection. I know my guys work really hard, and the girls too. They work really hard, but they do it with love. They do it with responsibility. And most of the people here on the fire department from the Glades area, they've been here for 20 years. I was talking to some of the firefighters today, and we were just reminiscing. It's been over 20 years. And none of us have left. You know, some of them have come and gone because they got promoted. But this city is a very special city. The Glades region is a very special city. It's a very challenging city, you know, because of the geographical, the distances and everything. And for us firefighters, we want to get there right away. But we have an average of 5 minutes and 30 some seconds on response time. That is incredible for me. You know, especially the minimum is 7 minutes and 30 seconds. And I know for a lot of you guys, they're like thinking, well, 5 minutes, but to us, it's very important. So one of the things that I just wanted to say today, not only like I want to thank you for the cities and the leaders of the community, PBSO, and everybody who works together to make this city great for approving, you know, the second reading for us. It means a lot. So I really thank you, I appreciate it, and we're very committed to continue the service and continue excelling on that. But today I'm very excited to actually let you guys know that we actually place a new piece of equipment. And I'm gonna take my time in a little bit because I want you to take it all in. I don't want you to miss anything. And if you do, please let me know if you have any questions. We place a new piece of equipment. It's called Squad 73. This new squad is a beautiful piece of machinery, but not only so beautiful, but it's going to help us enhance what we already do. So nothing's going to change, but for the better. And what I mean by that, everybody knows what an engine is. You know, we carry water, ladders, stuff like that. This new piece of equipment, what we call a squad, it's only going to enhance our response to certain calls. Calls, what I mean by that is a wider rate of emergencies. When we go, we have a lot of tractor trailers, we have a lot of heavy equipment, we have a lot of industrial things. We're going to be carrying something that's called a Paratex, and this this piece of equipment can help us lift, hold heavier weight faster, safer for our firefighters instead of, having to use, the regular equipment that we have. So for me to be able to enhance this piece of equipment and bring more to the community that we already have, which you guys already know, we have dive operations, we have aerial operations, we have airboat operations. We pretty much have diverse and adjust to the emergencies that we have in the community. So now we're going to bring this, and it's a small step to, how do you say that, to be more contained out here, because the response times from other places are so far away. We're going to be able to help anything on the Glades region with less waiting time. So I'm very happy about it. I'm actually wanted to say, invite you guys, please, anybody. PVSO was there today. Thank you for coming and supporting us. I love to see your beautiful face there all the time. And I know you guys were busy today, but please come. I want to be able to share this. We carry everything on this. I said a piece of equipment, but a massive truck that we have now on the back of our station right here. We're going to be running the same dive. We're going to add in ropes, rescues, so we can do a lot more with this truck. So I invite the citizens, anybody who wants to come, please come. We're very proud to show it. With the same time, I got to say thank you to the city leaders, because without you guys, we would have not been able to keep pushing for things, right? Also, the county commissioners, the county administrator, the deputy county administrator, our chief Kennedy too, but most importantly too, the mechanics who made it happen, because it takes a while to put a truck like this together, months, years. The mechanics, the crews, because they're the ones they've been training to take the extra classes so we can put this truck on the road. Without the classes and certifications, they can. And what I mean, when they take the classes, they're out there on the pool, on the lakes, sweating, new gear, extrication, managing, making sure that everything's working correctly, lifting cars. It's a lot of work, and they have taken every class in order to stay with this truck. Some of the captains, I would like for you guys to meet. They're enormous amount of knowledge and experience too that they have. So I'm honored to work with them, because I actually learn from them. So I feel really comfortable that we got the right piece of apparatus right now. One of the persons that I want to mention, people probably doesn't even know, but we have a Captain Casanova. He's been the one making sure calls Germany. He calls all the equipments, get the hoses. It's very intricate to get a truck like this on the road. I just can't express myself like I said, because I'm excited. This is the first time that I can get to be part of it. So it's a good piece of equipment. These tools, like I said, they're going to allow our crews to lift heavy equipment, stabilize large vehicles, operate more efficiency in complex rescue situations, and it's going to carry the same thing that our regular engines have, but it's going to be more enhanced. All of this is just to protect the Glades region. So with that, I just want to say thank you. I'm very excited. Thank you for your vote. And please come over and check it out. Maybe we'll give you a ride on it. Any questions?
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. All right, move on to audience comments, please.
Public comments. We have one from Stanley Highsmith. Mr. Highsmith? We have two comments. The first is from Mr. Highsmith.
Good evening.
Good evening, Commissioners. My question,
Please state your name for the record.
Stanley Highsmith. One thing that this is not on the agenda, but I'd like to have a copy of those places where you're doing the streets or whatever you're redoing, the bridges and the buildings that have been torn down. My question is, when is the HARP funds going to be available again? And when they are available, what is the commission going to do to ensure that the people that deserve that money get it, and not the people that are employees of the city get that money. There were people that did not get that money that needed it, and their houses are still screwed up. But there are employees of the city that got it, or their wives. So how are you guys gonna make sure that doesn't happen again? I know you don't have to answer.
Oh, you talking about the rehab program?
Yeah.
So, real quick, Mr. Highsmith. So the rehab program was open to our seniors.
Mm-hmm.
We have transparency here. We're open to our seniors. Anybody could apply as a senior.
Regardless of their income or if they're able to afford it.
Anybody can apply.
Okay.
We made no exception what you made, how you made it, as long as you own the property, it's in your name. So we opened up to anybody if they were a senior.
Okay.
And so when they put the name, I think we had 255 applications altogether. And we purposely not went by selecting names. We put it in this computer and let it kick out the names. I think we're down to about 50 more to go, and we will have completed everybody. Last legislation, we went out and sought more funding to complete that project. So we don't pick and choose who we like, who we don't like. City employees, if a city employee put their name in as a senior, they were entitled to. Anybody put their name in it, Mr. Highsmith, they were entitled to. Again, we're proud to say the funding that we got through the government, we one of the first cities to say we want to give back to the community, and that was a thought we had, rehabbing our seniors. And when we get through with our seniors, then we're gonna find ways and means of finding more resources to open up for everybody. But we have 50 more to go to complete the seniors. So we're not saying, hey, this employer, this person who we know, or that person because they work with the school district. It came out of the computer, and that's the way we did it. We've been audited on that, and everybody's saying the way we did it was excellent, and we're gonna continue doing it that way.
Okay, Mr. Mayor. I'm not one of them everybody's.
Okay, we understand.
The other thing, the city manager's salary and the assistant city manager's salary, they're the highest, city manager's salary is the highest in Palm Beach County or in a lot of companies. Why are their salaries so high?
That's a decision by the policymakers that we have for the city manager's salary. Yes, that
This
was
is
our
a
decision.
small city.
Yes, sir, but it's a striving city with Mr. Highsmith.
Okay.
I thank you.
No, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Our next public comment is from
I'm sorry. I'll do better.
Mrs. Annie Ifill.
Welcome, Ms. Ifield.
Good evening, good evening. All right, good evening, everyone. Annie Eiffel with Healthier Glades. I wanted to take this opportunity to personally thank the city of Belle Glade for your support at our Glades Pink Walk, Muck, Sweat, and Cheers. It was a great event. If you go to our Healthier Glades page, you'll see all the pictures from this past Saturday. So I just wanted to come and personally thank you guys for your support for the brunch. Also, this Wednesday, we're going to be doing Arts on the Muck. As you know, we're getting ready for Muck Bowl festivities. And so as part of the Train the Brain campaign, Healthier Glades is doing something with our seniors. And so I must say, I need to say a special thank you to Mr. Johnson from Parks and Rec. He has been a great partner and collaborator with for us and helping us secure the space, helping us getting some of the other seniors from Silver Tree to come to the event on Wednesday, sorry. And it's going to be from 11 to 2 at the Lois Lewis Center. So if you have time, please come. We got Auntie Rose going to be catering the food for that day. Come on now, it's supposed to be a day of fun and festivities. At the same time, providing education on the importance of staying connected, reduce that social isolation so it doesn't affect overall brain health.
We see you all over the place. Thank you.
That's what everybody's saying. So thank you very much, guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ms. Annie.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
So, you noted that there were some other seniors that were invited. Is that just for our area?
So what we did, we invited seniors from the Tri-Cities.
Okay.
So we will have the Golden Girls from South Bay, We got Quiet Water, I'm not, we did extend an invitation to Quiet Waters and Silver Tree. There was a challenge with some transportation, but thanks to City of Belle Glade, they're gonna pick up the ones from Silver Tree to come. And then we have folks from Pahokee as well. And I know Pahokee Housing Authority is, I think, if I'm not mistaken, is helping their seniors come through Go Glades to get their own Wednesday.
So will that invitation be extended to Hendry as well?
For right now, it's just Palm Beach, because I just got a call today from West Palm Beach wanting to come. So, look, that space is only so big. So we set it up for at least 100 people, and right now the response has been positive. So, you're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, good work. Any more?
I do have a comment.
Yes.
All right, I'd like to present someone who just joined the team, Ms. Leslie Navarrete here. She's our secretary, mayor and commissioners, and she'll be in the city manager's office. She survived her first day, so I hope she comes back tomorrow. Leslie, would you like to say anything?
I would just like to say thank you, and I'm very excited to be part of the City of Belle Glade team.
All right, congratulations. Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
All right, that does it. We'll go ahead and close out with our commissioner comment. Commissioner Reese, you've been recognized for closing comments.
Yes, I just want to make an observation. Oh, I'm sorry, turn the mic off. The November 17th date, majority of us will be in Salt Lake City.
Oh, you're talking about for the November meeting?
November 17th.
Is it? I don't have it in front of me.
We leave on the
I thought
16th.
it was the
Leave on the 16th, right?
If they leave on the 16th, they're not gonna be here.
So I'll speak with the city manager's office and get with you each individually tomorrow. Once I get that in.
We won't be back until the following weekend, so, I guess we either have to meet after we get back, or,
We
I-
will,
well-
let's discuss it and then we'll get back with the commissioners.
Yes.
Mr. Mayor, Mr. Harrell?
He's gonna follow through and take care of it.
okay. All right, so again, I just wanted to bring that to your attention.
Yes, sir.
Again, we want to thank you for being here. And Keith, thank you for all the work that you do in keeping us moving forward with the projects that we have. We try to be fair with everything that we do in our community. And we try our best to make sure that every citizen, no matter where they live in this community, no matter what their income may be, have an opportunity to be served by this community. I wish we were able to provide for every senior that has a need. But like every city, we are limited in the amount of funds that we have. And we just try to be fair and equitable with what we do have. So again, I want to thank the staff for what they do in trying to make that happen. And I want our citizens to know that we are concerned about every citizen. But let me rephrase that. We're concerned about every resident in this community, because we know that there are some who are not citizens, but they are part of our community, and we're concerned about them as well. So I just want to assure all the residents of the city of Belle Glade that whenever we do anything and we make decisions, it is from our heart, and it's for what's best for this community. And so again, we thank you for the privilege that you give to us to serve as commissioners, and that's our commitment. And again, we want to thank the fire department for what they do. I think back to when I had some needs, and they came to my rescue. And I think I shared with you the fact that not only did they get me over to St. Mary's because they thought I was having a stroke, but they came back the following week to check on me to make sure that I was okay. And that was something they didn't have to do. So we just thank you for your service. And PBSO, again, you've been a great partner to us, and we appreciate all that you do. I thank you for the way that you work with us to make sure that our community is safe and and what I can say to you, anytime there have been an issue between us and PBSO, we worked it out because we work together, and I thank you for all that you do. And again, to the citizens of Belle Glade, thank you for coming out and be a part of this.
Thank you, Commissioner Reese, for your comments. Commissioner Collins, you've been recognized for closing comments.
I don't really have no closing comments, but I would just like to thank everyone for coming out, all of our staff, our community partners, all of our residents that make it out every third Monday to be involved, stay involved. We love to hear what you have to say. I got a chance to meet with Mr. Ron some weeks ago, and they have some awesome things coming down the pipeline for us as well, with some of those new homes that's getting ready to go up. I also want to thank Daniel from Parks and Recreation. I see him out and about a lot, and I really acknowledge the hard work that he puts in. He did a beautiful job with creating that sign for us to rotate from business to business. And I also want to thank Mr. Kerrigan for spearheading the strategist and making sure that everyone get an opportunity to be recognized. And we'll continue with that at a later date. However, again, I want to say thank you all for coming out and have a good night.
Thank you, Commissioner. Vice Mayor, you've been recognized for closing comments.
Yeah, first I'd like to thank all the residents and everyone that came out here. Again, like the mayor said, I want to thank Miss Annie Outfield. She's out there everywhere helping all our citizens from Pahokee, Belle Glade, South Bay, it don't matter. She's helping and serving everyone. I would like to recognize all our city staff for all their hard work, but this is City Government Week here in the state of Florida, and I just tell our residents, if you see one of our public works or any of our city staff, thank them. They're out there trying to do their best with what we got and what this city can provide for them, with what we got. So please thank all our mowers, our public works, and everyone, and Mr. John and his team. They continue to do the best with what they got. I know we lost one of our members, Mr. Willie Pittman. I want to thank him for his 31 years of service here for the city. That just speaks for itself. Thank you for all his devotion and time he put in for this great city. PBSO and Palm Beach County Fire Rescue, thank you. I also want, our harvest season is about to start here. I know one company already started, and the other two should be starting shortly. Let's be respectful and mindful on the road. These are big trucks on there. Everybody, it's a road, it's for everybody. Let's just work together and make it safe for everyone. So sometimes, we got to ease them in. Sometimes they got to learn how to stop. So just work together and be respectful to be safe. It's out there dark. We're going to have less daylight time as we already have. So, be respectful out there and be safe. That's the most important thing. So thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Reese, Commissioner Collins, Vice Mayor Amazon, and to City Manager, our Deputy Manager, and to our entire staff, and to the audience, to whatever role you may play. I'm just be real quick on this. You'd be amazed on how much you can accomplish if you work as a team. We often say that loosely, teamwork make dream work, and that's a really proven fact. If we work together, how much you can accomplish. If we only work together, all the energy that we find fighting each other, use that energy to fight, to go get the things we need for this community. We got a long way to go. We're on the right path, but let's work for the good of the order. EMS, Fire Rescue, thank you guys for being there always. Thank you so much. Big weekend coming up next weekend. We know you're gonna be there. Keith, thank you for the update. Captain, 7:15 going into Pioneer Park Elementary School. I think I mentioned it before. During the times of 7 and 8:30, 8:45, there's a lot of traffic going. Parents are dropping the kids off. people going to work. There are also people who are doing the exercise, and sometimes they're going at a high rate speed. If we can get people to cover that during those early morning, because it's really dangerous at time, and because it's kind of dark at times, we can get people. And then I think you have a motorcycle cop as well as a unmarked car for traffic citation. If you can like rotate them throughout the city, because we still get a lot of calls about people going at a high rate speed. They often talk about speed bump, but you heard, and about the response time when you have to get there. We're not pushing speed bumps, but if we can get them within the community, it'll help us a lot, okay? Thank you all for coming out tonight. Welcome aboard. I'm telling you, the city of Belgrade, we're moving in the right direction. We're not perfect. But we're here, as Commissioner Reese indicated, we want to serve everybody in this community. We want to serve everybody. And when we get funding from the state or from DC, we're putting it out there to take care of our people. That's our number one goal. God bless you. This meeting is adjourned.